Yes, people. Yes, people. Yes, people. Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel. It's your host with the most, reporting live to you and yours. Thank you for tuning in. Hope everyone is feeling good and well. And we're back again on the Daily Transfer Show. What do you know? Today we have some more buzzing news coming from Manchester United. Finally they have put money on their mouth. They're ready to bid for Benjamin Sesko. We thought it was not going to happen, but Manchester United have formally bid for Benjamin Sesko. The deal is well and going through, and it looks like Manchester United have the driving seat in this one. I don't know how many else Newcastle is going to keep on taking. I really don't understand how many else Newcastle really going to keep taking. It's L after L after L, and the season hasn't even started. I hope finally this deal goes through. They'll need to bid more, maybe give him a better package, because Manchester United, obviously, they're going to bid and then they're going to give a high salary fee. I got a big list of how many players Newcastle have lost, that they've lost in the transfers. They've lost to Ekitike, Mbemo, Cunha, Joe Pedro, Delep. The list is endless. They've lost a lot of players in this transfer window. It's another thing, tracking losses on the transfers is another thing, also taking losses when the season hasn't started, considering they had the Champions League. Champions League is supposed to attract players. That's what everyone is telling us, but they're out here being outbidded by teams that are fighting relegation. Teams like Manchester United are out here outbidding Newcastle. It's a sad sight to see. I've been chatting with a lot of Newcastle fans. They've already down tools. They've given up. They're thinking players are just coming there to just walk over, just to get a feel of the grip and then walk over. But the rumor of the day, is 6 hours ago when David Austin tweeted. I'm gonna read out the tweet for you. David Austin tweeted, Manchester United make an offer to RB Leipzig for Benjamin Sesko, proposed 75 million plus 10 million add-ons, reflects my new valuation of the 22-year-old, and they believe the striker favors Old Trafford. No reply yet from RB Leipzig. Newcastle is working on the deal. Newcastle already bid at 90 million, and they were talking about he needs to make his decision fast. But it seems like this guy is playing both sides. I think he was just trying to push Manchester United to get into the bid. That's why he agreed personal terms with both teams, because how you agree personal terms with both teams, that's criminal. He playing both sides. You want to play for both teams or something, we don't understand. But he agreed personal terms with the both teams, Newcastle and Manchester United. But it seems like since Manchester United have bid now, because Manchester United were talking about they were just going to bid if only the terms and if the player was favoring to go to the club. So it seems like maybe Manchester United, they know something we do not know, that maybe he has told them that he's keen on the move, and soon I think we'll know, but by tomorrow we'll have an idea of what's really happening. But it seems like the lad is moving out. The lad has decided the news coming out is more like he's favoring to go to Manchester United. And how many players are just going to leave Newcastle hanging dry like the line? It's not fair for Newcastle. I'm not a Newcastle fan, but it's not good enough. I think the team deserves better, considering what they have done. They have worked so hard. I think maybe it's because of the ESAC team that is drawing them off. I don't know, but for Newcastle, they have Saudi money. They have a lot of bag. It's only the financial fair play that is holding them back, but they have a lot of bag and they have a good coach. So I don't see why. I don't know why teams basically are running away from them, because if they fail to close on Delap is choosing to go to Chelsea to be a second player to be a second option in Chelsea. Joe Pedro as well, they left. Mbemo, they lose. Cunha, they all left. Okay, I can understand for Manchester United, because Manchester United, they obviously tell them, like, from Mbemo ahead is going to be any 250k, which is not practically possible for Newcastle. But I think they should do better. I think they should really do better on that one. I don't believe don't believe it's a fair thing, you know, that these players are all leaving Newcastle hanging dry. Are they telling me that no one wants to play Champions League? Is that what they're saying? That no one wants to play Champions League? All of them, they would prefer to go to Manchester United and fight for relegation, because we don't really know what's going to happen with Manchester United. It's going to need time. I know Mbemo's flowing and Cunha. If you saw them, they're electric, they're on fire. But Newcastle should have signed at least 2-3 players by now, because if you're playing Champions League and you haven't signed anyone and you're losing your top striker, it's bad news for you. You know, it's totally bad news. Even Ekitike, Liverpool came in and just took over. You know, they just came in and then asked them how much. It's either you give us Ekitike or Isak, and they refused. Now it's turned out they are losing both. So it's a very, very bad news for Newcastle. Newcastle have been taking L's left, right, and center. You know, left, right, and center. I don't know what they need to do more. What they need to do. Maybe they need to pay more money, because for the Sesko deal, they were moving very, very quick. You know, they were moving very, very quick. Then they came with the second bid. You know, the first bid was rejected. Then they came with the second bid. But as long as Manchester United is looking, it's a whole different story. You know, because Manchester United used to be one of the biggest teams in England. I don't think it's still a big team anymore, but it used to be one of the biggest teams in England. So I think maybe that is why the players more attracted there. But it remains to be seen, because the decision hasn't been made, you know. But we will just go over the pros and the cons of joining Manchester United, and the pros and the cons of joining, if you're joining a team like Newcastle. For him, I think with Newcastle, he has an option to grow. You know, he has a big option to grow, and he is under Eddie Howe, who is a good coach. And Newcastle have Champions League. You know, any player would want to play Champions League. It's good for your resume. I don't know. I don't care what people say. And Newcastle have a good team. The only thing maybe that is lacking with them is a few additions to make the team strong. But that's just about it. I think Newcastle are a very, very good team, and it remains to be seen. No, it remains to be seen how Newcastle are going to solve it. They still have a few days, obviously, to get over the deal. You know, they have a few days. They can still make it work. But for now, it's looking like Newcastle are going to hold an L. You know, seems like Sesko was just playing out the whole thing just to draw in Manchester United. You know, if Newcastle beats, then Newcastle will be forced to. Manchester United will be forced to bid more. You know, but for a 22-year-old, I think for him a good move will be going to Newcastle, because Newcastle, I think, he has a time to grow. And the social media is not on you the whole day. You know, the social media is not checking where you're going to drink your coffee. The social media is not going to check what happened in the locker room yesterday. If you guys fought in the locker room, tomorrow it will be the news in Daily Sun. So I think for me, Newcastle will do good for him. If he moves to Newcastle, he can grow there. And Eddie Howe is always out there making players better. I don't think Ruben Amorim has done the same. And Manchester United is just a graveyard site. You know, Manchester United is totally a graveyard site. And most of the times, most players that have gone there, all their careers are buried 6 deep in the ground. You know, most players that have moved to Manchester United, especially on a big price tag like 98 million, you can talk about Pogba. Okay, Pogba did well, but you can talk about Anthony, Højlund, man like Sancho. Nothing has come for this player. So I think Sesko, the good move for him would be to join Newcastle. Let's say Newcastle, the radar is low. He can go under the radar. He can do his thing, and he can slowly grow into the Premier League, because Premier League is a whole different game. You know, if he joins on a 90 million price tag, everyone is going to be looking up to him. Like, you join on 90 million price tag. The same scrutiny they gave to Anthony. Anthony ended up leaving. He was like, nah, I'm done with this, Anthony. I'm going. I'm packing my bag. He's still there, but he wants out, because the social media is very, very critical. But it's the same. But news coming out is that Sesko is willing to go to Manchester United, the so-called big team. You know, they used to be big team. I don't think it's a big team anymore, but it's the so-called big team, and Sesko might just be moving there. But it remains to be seen, you know, because I think he'll need to decide very fast and see that Newcastle is a good thing for him. You know, if I was him, I don't know about what you guys think, but if I was him, I'll take a move to Newcastle, bro. As much as you want to play in as much as you want to play in hey, big up Ethnet, welcome back, bro. All of a sudden, man like Ethnet is back, bro. What is Ethnet talking about? All of a sudden, these lot are begging for Tesco brand European Wonder Kid. This is the funny thing, Ethnet name, because when Arsenal was trying to sign Sesko, you know, they were calling him Benjamin Tesco. You guys are paying 90 million on a potential. Okay, he has a potential to hit the ceiling. The potential is there, but I don't think the potential is there, but I don't think United has ever breeded. And what do I mean? Manchester United have ever supported players or grown. We haven't seen any players grow for the last 5 years. From the last 10, 15 years, it's been on a decline. But so far, if you saw the videos on Twitter, if you see the compilations they're putting for Sesko, they're talking about he's the biggest star in Europe. Really? He's the biggest star all of a sudden. But when Arsenal was trying to sign the youth, it was like, you guys are buying a young year old. You guys are picking on trash. Now they're hyping up the guy. But in all honesty, I understand what they're doing. You know, they'll just hang on whatever's going on. But for me, Manchester United were supposed to sign someone like an Oli Watkins, because Oli Watkins is a proven player. He guarantees you like 15 goals per season. He's guaranteeing you 15 goals. No discussion. He's guaranteeing you 15 goals in the Premier League. And if he has Cunha, Bruno Fernandes, and Mbemo around him, you can just imagine. But for this guy, Sesko, bro, it's practically part to Hoyland, you know. For him to, for him to hit the ceiling, he need a good environment like Arsenal, not Manchester United. Yeah, bro, he was supposed, for Arsenal, you know what? For Arsenal, we would have wanted Tesco, but I don't think the price tag, we cannot pay 90 million. Like, I don't think 90 million is good business. Even I've seen a lot of Manchester United fans talking about, let's walk away from the deal. But it's only Vivell who has been pushing for the deal. Even Ruben Amorim was talking about he wants Oli Watkins. So, but I don't think in Manchester United he can grow. I don't see him growing in Manchester United. The scrutiny is too much. They will criticize everything. If you ever get in a fight with a player, if you ever fight with the coach, you know, they will be on your neck. The media is so much. Even on the first game, they'll be on your neck. So I don't think he's ready for that. You saw even Ruben Amorim, he was talking about, I feel like a 50-year-old, because the pressure is just too much, you know. It's one of the used to be big teams, not like big team anymore. It's used to be a big team, because now they're fighting relegation. So I don't think it's a big team anymore. A big team would still be playing top 6 at least. But if you're fighting relegation, competing with Everton, you know, Everton, Wolves, buying players from there, I don't think. But for Mbemo, to be honest, for Mbemo and Cunha, they've made a good signing. If you saw the preseason game they played with Bournemouth, they played very well. The game they didn't play well is the Everton one. I thought I'd say people forget we originally wanted Sesko, but the price tag was ridiculous. So we went for Jokers. Thank you, Lord. Bro, we dodged the bullet, bro. I think we definitely dodged the bullet. You know, I had it even in my notes. Arsenal dodged the bullet on that one, bro. Because if you imagine, because the thing is, it's a gamble, you know, it's totally a big gamble that if the deal goes through, it will work, bro. It's a gamble now. If he does not perform, you know the level we are, Arsenal. We want a major trophy ASAP. It's almost been 21 years now, and we cannot be purchasing 90 million for potential. Manchester United, I don't think they ever learn, bro. They're always paying a lot of money for players. Same thing they did with Hoyland. They were talking about he's the next best thing. I don't know what this guy was smoking on. What's the guy that the previous coach Ten Hag was talking about bringing him in? You know, they told us he's the future. He was banging in Inter Milan. And what did Hoyland came? All he ever did was backing up. He was like a backup dancer, always backing up. So you see the thing. They are doing the same thing trying to sign Sesko. They are doing the same thing. The good move for Manchester United, if they wanted to rise up quickly, was to sign Oli Watkins. But they are telling us Oli Watkins is young, bro. 30 years, how is Oli Watkins young? 30 years. 30 years is not young, you know. It's the prime time, you know. What you need is someone who can get you up from the bottom to be qualifying with the top teams, you know. You cannot talk about Oli Watkins is young. It's someone who's 30-year-old, but it is prime, you know. 22-year-old. Who knows if it's gonna float or not, if it's gonna make it or not. The same thing with Garnacho. Now you're starting Garnacho because it didn't work out. So I think it's a bad move for them trying to bring in Sesko if they had went for Mateta or they went for like I mentioned Mateta. I don't know about Wissa, but Mateta would be a good signing as well, because the main problem for Manchester United is the midfield. They do not have a midfielder. I think Ugarte he does not fit the profile. Ugarte and obviously Casemiro is a legend, but his legs are good. Casemiro is a legend, but his legs are totally good. And I don't think he still does the job. Even if we did sign him, he was a big success. He'd offer PSG or whatever by what he's 25 or 24, so fine. He got nothing to do with us. Even if we did sign him and he was a big success, he'd be off to PSG or by the time. That is the thing, bro. Really, the team, Now people even are talking about Sesko is just using Newcastle as a stepping stone. The same thing that Isak is trying to do now. He's trying to use. People are saying Isak all this time was just using them as a stepping stone to get to the big teams, But I think for Sesko, this so much spotlight, bro. But I think for RB Leipzig, they are smiling, they are really, really smiling. They are licking their lips, but they are thinking, finally, we got someone, we got someone. And for RB Leipzig, they'll just go with the high speed, I think Newcastle will bid in more. I think Newcastle will come with a bigger bid. They'll try to pay more money to him. I think this is what is going to happen, because for them, they have so much money, because the Isak money, if it comes in 120 or 130 million, they have a lot of money, and they are desperate, bro. Desperate times will definitely call for desperate measures, because they cannot start the season without a striker, because Callum Wilson left and Alexander Isak is back in training, but it does not look like his mind is even in training. He's just back. I think because of the vibe, the noise was too much. Maybe that's why he just decided, let me come back now, because the noise around the club and everything is too much. But I don't think they'll ever forget it. With Jokers, whatever happens, we are getting his prime years, 27 to 31. Yeah, bro, definitely, bro. With Jokers, we are definitely getting his prime years, bro. 1,000%. But I want to get your thoughts on because on the Odegaard situation, I feel like for Odegaard, we need to have an option. I don't think Ethan Waneri does it. I think we need to bring in Eze. But the news that is coming out is that Arsenal need to sell a lot of players now. I don't know, they're talking about they want to sell Kivio, they want to sell Fabio Vieira, Zinchenko, Rhys Nelson. It seems like they're going to offload a lot of players. But for us, I think if they can sell one or two players like Zinchenko and who else? Fabio Vieira, that will be enough. I don't think we should go all out in selling our players, because the thing is we will need squad depth. If you consider what happened last season, and Eze needs to come. We need to sign Eze and the left wing. I think the left side. But news coming out is that Madueke is going to come in and is going to play the left side. I don't know what you think on the Madueke signing. I didn't ask you, Ethernet, what's your thought on the Madueke signing? But for me, I don't rate Madueke. I don't think we made a good move at all in signing Madueke. I don't think so. Madueke, he fits the profile. He does not add to anything we don't have at the moment. That was just my thing with Madueke, that the signing, if we were getting the signing for 20-25 million, I can understand. But if we are paying the amount of 50 million for someone who's going to be a backup player, because I don't think he will take the position for Trossard. I don't think so. They will change. I don't think they will play. There will definitely be changes there. There will definitely be changes. Big up to Andre Kangumba. Make sure you smash a like and you subscribe, bro. Hi, Isak should accept to go to Liverpool, and now Liverpool. And Isak should accept to go to Liverpool, and now Isak accepted to go now, and Benjamin Sesko accepted to go to Liverpool United now. Isak should accepted to go to Liverpool, and now Isak accepted Liverpool now. Benjamin Sesko accepted to go to Newcastle United now. I think Sesko is going to go to Manchester United, bro. I think Sesko is he's leaning to Manchester United. I don't think he's going to Newcastle. I think he's going to Manchester United. This is the news that is coming out on the road, on the streets, that he's leaning more to Manchester United. He's not going to Newcastle, bro. Every player is leaving Newcastle hanging like a clothesline, bro. They just leave Newcastle hanging. I don't know what is wrong with Newcastle, but all the players don't want to be associated with Newcastle. If you're failing to sign people like Delap or Joe Pedro, and you have Champions League also, you know. Ethan said we heavily rely on Odegaard. Remember when he got injured last time, the whole team completely changed. He is our only piece of activity in the midfield. Without him, it's just Joe Winners. That's a good point, bro. That's a good point. That is why I was talking about we need to sign this guy. We need to bring in Eze, bro. We need to bring Eze, because the thing, you know what? He has no competition on that. Eze is a different beast, bro. Eze is a totally different beast. I don't know why the deal is stolen. They were talking about because his release clause is expired, right? They were talking about that they'll bid around 52, 53 million, and they are waiting on outgoings first. Then after the outgoings are done, then only they can decide on Eze. But we need to move fast on EBERECHI Eze, because if you saw what happened that Tottenham, Maddison has got injured, you know. Maddison has got injured. Tottenham will definitely go into the market to try and find someone to sign. So we cannot be dilly-dallying thinking they will wait forever. We need to move for EBERECHI Eze. Eze is good competition for Odegaard, bro. He will definitely give him some help. Okay, what is Andre saying? Hi Ether, how are you? Isak accepted to go to Liverpool. Now Benjamin Sesko here. Newcastle United now Ray. I don't know what you mean by Ray, bro. We have an amazing midfield, but there's no creativity without the big Odegaard. Yeah, bro, there's no creativity without Odegaard. But my thing is, you just imagine what Eze is doing in Crystal Palace, bro. The way he drives with the ball. He's not afraid to shoot outside the box. When was the last time you saw Odegaard shooting, bro? He's not afraid to go even for the low blocks, because the main thing is for the low blocks. I don't like the Odegaard style, because Odegaard is not offering anything new. You saw Odegaard is going to play, he's going to look for Saka, Every time he's looking where's Saka, and then he's going to put it on Saka. If he does not find Saka, he's putting a big pass to the midfielder, Zubimendi. If he finds Saka, if he cannot find Saka, he's trying to look for Ben White. So this is the thing. We have to change our style. There's no one playing in the middle. They should be one. We should play in the middle. If you see the low blocks, they'll just any team that has a low block. You see, even if you saw Tottenham, right? They are playing low block now. They were like, we're just gonna sit back and then we're just gonna clamp your wings. They went and flooded the wings, and we had nothing on the wings. We suffered so much on the wings because they knew we will play with the wings, you know. So my thing is, Odegaard is good, but I think we need to find another option. We need someone from the bench who can offer something different, because Odegaard of late, he hasn't been the Odegaard we had in the 2023 season, 2024, 2023 to 2024 season. He was amazing. This season, he's not our guy. You know, I don't think he's the right guy. The one we had before. This is my thing. I think for him, something needs to be done. What is would you start Eze over Odegaard? I will definitely start Odegaard. In respect that he is our captain. But the thing is, Eze will definitely give Odegaard good competition. You know, he'll give Odegaard good competition. And the good competition is what we need, you know. Odegaard has become relaxed now because he knows no matter what, his spot is there. If Eze is there giving him some run for his money, if Eze is there doing the most, performing some weekend when he's spot, then he knows he needs to step up his game. You know? But I will start Odegaard, bro. I'm starting Odegaard because he's our captain, so you cannot but in different games you need to start Eze, bro. Some games you need to start Eze. If you don't want to be predictable all the time, you need to start Eze. You need to change something, you need to change something. But it's an interesting thing because Ed and Osgard best played, but they offer different things. Eze is much best. Yeah, this is the thing. This is why you've nailed it there. This is why we need both of them, In the 65 minutes, we get Eze coming in. He's offering something different. If that game, okay, we are resting Odegaard, and he's coming in as he's gonna offer something different. He's totally gonna offer something different. I wanna get your thoughts on Calafiori, bro. I think Calafiori is like the next Tomiyasu. Calafiori is just getting injured every time, bro. I think now he's injured again. What is really happening with I agree with you, man. Odegaard is not a captain, bro. I don't know how they choose Odegaard, based on what criteria they choose Odegaard, but Odegaard is not our captain. He is not our captain. He's literally, there's no captain like that, bro. There's no captain like that, The people who we see galvanizing the team, or the team that we see pushing the team forward, is Big Gabi. Every time Big Gabi is always there, bro. Pushing, putting in the vibe. With Odegaard, he's the number one looking clueless guy, when things are not going away, he would start doing his rounds. And then he would do his hair flick, and then you start his motoring thing. So I don't think Odegaard is our leader, bro. We need to have someone who's strong. If you give Declan Rice or Gabriel, then I agree with you. Then I agree with you. But for this guy, I don't think he's our leader. He does not do the silent leader, bro. I don't know, bro. Then where is he? I don't know what they're talking about, bro. Silent leader, lead by example, bro. No. If you get Declan Rice, you can see he's a real leader, bro. What Declan Rice does shows he's a real leader. You saw even those Real Madrid games, the way Rice was on point, bro. I know last season we can scrap it off because Odegaard, I think he was injured. I don't think he was fully himself. I think Odegaard was injured last season. I don't think he was fully himself. I don't agree that he was himself. I think he was injured last season because those last games, the way he was playing, that was not like the Odegaard we know. That was not the Odegaard we know. So like something was on him. So, but I don't think they'll change him. I don't think they'll change the captaincy. I don't think, Arteta, right? He's stubborn. You stick with them, bro. But I want to ask you, bro, do you think, what's your thoughts, man? With Gyökeres there now, can we win the title, bro? Are we fit enough to win the title? Is our team fit? But for me, I still want I still want an attacking option. That's the thing. I still want one attacking option from us. I don't know if you can get one more attacking option, but I feel like Arsenal needs one more attacking option, to offer something different. Calafiori is very unfortunate. If it's warrant for an 18-year-old playing out of his position, would have finished 5th, that's better. Calafiori is very unfortunate. If it weren't for an 18-year-old playing out of position, we would have finished 5th or 6th last season. No, bro. Calafiori, you know what? Calafiori is like Ben White, Attacking wise, he's very good. He has a good attacking threat. He is very good on attacking. But I think defensively, he's not sharp. Defensively, he's not sound. The defensive side for him is not. No. And if he is going to keep getting injured, right, you know what's going to happen. They're going to tear the contract, bro. They're definitely going to tear the contract. The same thing they did with Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu, you saw they ripped the contract. They were like, nah, we're done with you, because we are saving a lot of money. And I think Tomiyasu was on 120K or something. So we're going to pay for you the whole season again for you to be resting. I don't think it's a good move for us, But the good news coming out ahead, Timber is back. Timber is back, and this guy, Timber and Yulin Timber are back. So tomorrow, I think tomorrow's game is going to be a good game. I'll do a watch along. I'm going to do a watch along for the game. Tomorrow we are playing Villarreal. We must, Arsenal must start Gyökeres tomorrow. I don't want to hear tomorrow. I think Gyökeres needs to start. The new signings really need to play Gyökeres, Nogard, and everyone. I think they still need to get into the rhythm of what's happening. But Nogard, he's not special, but he does the basics well. He's not a special player. Like what you said, they're all jovial. I think Tierney was a better option. You have one good attacking and one defensive. You're preaching to the choir, man. You are preaching to the choir, man. Your thoughts were as good as mine, I don't understand why we let why we let him go, I don't understand why Tierney left, I know he was injured. Maybe that is why they were like, we cannot keep risking, but maybe, and because he cannot invent, Arteta is doing the inventing thing. He likes someone who's gonna invent. And Tierney is old school. He's an old school, so I know maybe that's why Arteta was like, nah, we're not gonna take you. We need someone who can invent. But let's not forget Edu is Calafiori is this league. Bro, the worst thing about Calafiori, you know what? Calafiori does everything. Edu's heritage, man. People talking about he's the next Maldini Calafiori, bro. Calafiori is okay, but he needs to work on his defense. You remember the Manchester United game when he got spun by Salviano and they won the squad, bro. This is the thing, But I don't rate him, When he came, I used to be excited, but I don't rate him. But the thing also, I think he's not a left back. I think he's a central defender or something. I had before in days, but Arteta, Arteta, you come in, you change, But for me, if Gabriel is back and Urin Timber is back, I think tomorrow's game we'll see something good in tomorrow's game. I'm gonna do a watch along again for tomorrow game. Tomorrow is 9 p.m. here, so I'm gonna do a watch along on the game. I wanna see how the team is playing. Hopefully, Gyökeres can score. I think Gyökeres needs to start this game, bro. I don't mind Calafiori, but getting benched by 18-year-old who was foreign. Bro, MLS is a beast, bro. MLS is a beast. You know already. MLS is completely a beast. That is the thing with MLS. MLS is a beast, bro. The confidence he has. He had those moments, when he got those red cards and everything, which were obviously not good, but MLS is a beast, bro. MLS is a beast. Say what you want to say. MLS is a beast, and we cannot say anything, bro. I know an 18-year-old comes up, but MLS, because MLS, if he invests into the midfield, he can play the midfield because he's a natural midfielder. That is the thing. And MLS is just so, he has confidence, bro. I don't think there's him, Doman, Ethan Waneri, they're like our Jews, bro. They're like our Jews. They're like the future for the club. I don't think we'll get any more players like that, man. But yeah, I understand, bro. The fact that an 18-year-old came to and take over your sport, And the most of the time he's taking over because this guy is getting injured, bro. This guy is getting injured, And the thing is, they cannot. Calafiori, if you check also, he's not very good in inventing. He's not very good. But MLS, his inventing is on point, bro. His inventing is on point, bro. The fact that he even came through and then he took over, he can. For MLS, we can only look. The sky is the limit, bro. He can only get better and better and better. And I'm looking forward to that one. And I want to see. I want to see Gyökeres start for tomorrow's game, the Villarreal game. I think he needs to start, bro. I think Madueke will be back again. But Ethernet, you don't tell me your thoughts on Madueke, bro. What's your thoughts on Madueke? Do you think the signing, I know you don't rate the signing, bro. I know you don't rate the signing. But do you think he has an opportunity to grow? I'm just being lenient on him now because people are saying I'm so on Madueke. He is now an Arsenal player, so we're supposed to support him. All of a sudden, we're supposed to jump on the bandwagon and talk about Madueke, 50 million down the drain. Left back has been dodgy for a couple of years. Imagine LA gets I cry. If he gets injured, bro, then Calafiori is coming in, And left back has always been a nightmare, bro. I don't know what's happening with our left back. Most of them have been injured. You're right, man. Zinchenko is getting injured. But I think Zinchenko needs to go now. I don't think Zinchenko needs to go. People are telling me Zinchenko is better for him to play in the midfield. That is the other thing people were talking about, that it's better for him to be playing in the midfield. People are saying he does better in the midfield, but for me, I don't think he's a good fit. I don't think he does it in the midfield. I think he definitely needs to leave, bro. Zinchenko needs to leave, you know. Jesus we can keep, because Jesus also can play on the left side, right? Jesus, I think he can play in the wings as well. But I think they're trying to sell Jesus as well. If they're selling Jesus as well, then it's a problem, you know, because we need all the depth we can get. Because what happened last season is scary, bro. And selling him now, if he's injured, we will not make money out of it. It's better off he gets fit, he plays a few games, and then in the next season we can sell him. I think that would be a better thing for us. I don't think selling him now when he's injured would do us any good. I don't think so, bro. Madueke is rough because we are not getting linked to Rodrigo or Leo wearing Henry shirts on Instagram. If you tease us like that, if you tease us with that, then you give us the Madueke, no one's going to be happy. Bro, Rafael Leo was a game changer, bro. You know, I saw some some Tottenham fans talking about they're going to go for Rafael Leo. You saw Rafael Leo, what he did even in the Liverpool game, bro. He's gonna commit to it, bro. Those runs, he has good pace, and he was there for the taking, bro. The only thing, you know what, with Arsenal is we didn't even bid for him. At least if you bid for him and then we got rejected, then we know something is there. The same thing happened with Isak, you know. The whole season, last season, people were talking about Isak is going to join Arsenal. Isak is going to join Arsenal. You know, all people were talking about that. When the transfer started, we didn't even make any bid for Isak until Liverpool came. Liverpool turned his head over, and we were all surprised, like, Liverpool really getting Isak, you know. So this is the other thing, that Arsenal have not bid for Isak, for Rafael Leo, so we didn't bid. At least we need to bid, and then we know how much he's offering, you know. Rodrigo, I don't think we can get him. Rodrigo, I think now news is coming out that he wants to stay, also they're talking about he might stay. So if he is staying, then we're in trouble, bro. We have to deal with Martinelli and Trossard, you know. I don't know what's happened to Martinelli, man, but Martinelli used to be a good guy, you know. Martinelli, I used to rate Martinelli, bro. But Madueke is a solid Premier League winger. I think a lot of people were overreacting. He can go into a very good player, but it's just another average. So, yeah, bro, this is the main thing, that we are taking another Chelsea reject. I think that is the main thing that got every fan rattled and angry, that how are we signing again another Chelsea player? Considering we have already signed so many Chelsea players, why are we going again for Chelsea players? And the move was made very quickly, you know. I think in the space of 3-4 days the deal was already done. When Gyökeres, we were struggling for Gyökeres. I think for Gyökeres it took us like Gyökeres took like around 6 weeks, right, for us to sign Gyökeres. But for Madueke, I think in less than a week, boom, 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 because of good relationships with Chelsea. Because we have good relationship with Chelsea, that is why the deal went through. So it remains to be seen how the team is gonna yield. But for me, I'm just waiting on the Sesko news. You know, Sesko news is the main news for today. I want to see where Sesko is gonna go. You know, I want to get the news. I think maybe by tomorrow morning we have an idea. Martinelli used to be my favorite player in 2023, but I don't know why I always loved him. But watching him now is tough, man. I don't like how much scrutiny he gets from Arsenal fans. The thing with Martinelli, okay, I'm gonna take both sides of the story. Martinelli is always being left alone, you know. There is completely no support for him. It's not happening the way it's happening with Saka, you know. Saka, he has Odegaard coming to look for him. He has what's the guy's name? Ben White coming in from behind. Well, as if you look at Martinelli, he'll be alone most of the time. You know, he'll be alone because the the left back is gonna invert inside, right? So his usual. But the time that Martinelli was on fire is when Xhaka was there. When Xhaka was there, that he was getting so much joy. That is that season you're talking about. Because that season I remember, that is the season he banged like 15 goals. Why? Because Xhaka was feeding him, throw balls through him. That was the season he played very well. But now, since Xhaka left, he's been poor. The only game I think he plays a bit well was when Calafiori is there, because Calafiori is always coming in to help him. But if Zinchenko is playing or MLS, I don't think they have a good link-up play. They don't have a good link-up play. That is the thing. Martinelli also, sometimes he needs to look where he's going, bro. Most of the time he's running with the ball. And then when he reaches the halfway line, when he reaches the goalpost, he raises it. He raises it. By that time, the ball is already out. By that time, a defender is already slashing him out. He's failing even to do the basics. Before we know, Martinelli can take on defenders V1. Nowadays, I don't know what's happened. I think that if you get scrutinized a lot, even your confidence goes down. So I think for him, his confidence as well was very, very down, considering last season how poor he was. And I think he will need something to lift him up. Let's see this season if he can turn it around. But Sesko Martinelli he's dropped up far too. He was dropped up for a player of his caliber. We know something is there, Martinelli. We know something is there, but he is totally dropped off. But Gyökeres is back. Gyökeres will be playing tomorrow, people. Gyökeres, make sure you watch out for Gyökeres. I think with Gyökeres there, we stand a chance for the title. I'm saying with chess right now, we really stand a chance to win something. Rice is in a good playmaker like Xhaka was. Rice is better. Rice is better than Xhaka, but Xhaka was better box-to-box midfielder. The playmaker, Rice is just a playmaker. That is the thing, man. That is the thing. Box to box wise, Rice is not the one. Rice is mostly for someone you want to put in. If we had a double pivot with the Zubimendi and Rice, then it will be good. But Rice, I think in the 8th, he's still learning as well. He's still learning. He's still a learning curve for him. That's not really his position. He even mentioned he has never scored so much goals in his life, but it's only starting now. So this goes to show you that Rice, he's still in the learning phase as well, bro. He's still totally in the learning phase, and for him, I think he will need time as well. But the link up is not there. There's no link up with Rice and with Martinelli. But we need to find a solution. We need to unlock Martinelli. We need the Martinelli for the 2022 season, bro. Because the only chance we get to win the league is everyone is banging goals. If Saka bangs in 15, Martinelli bangs in 15, Odegaard bangs in 12, 10 goals, and Gyökeres brings in like 20, 25 goals. This is the only chance we have to win the Premier League. I'm not counting on Kai Havertz to do anything. I'm sorry, I don't rate Kai Havertz, bro. If he can develop his passing, then Martinelli will be a lock. That is the thing, bro. That is the thing. But for Rice, I think he's in the making, bro. I think for Rice, he's still growing, because he's coming. All his life he's been playing as a defender, bro. So us putting him there, it's a whole different ballgame for him. But I think tomorrow we'll get to see more. But I think now, this season, our best midfield is going to be Declan Rice, Odegaard, and Zubimendi. I think Merino in the midfield is not working, bro. Merino does not have the legs for the midfield. I think Merino is better playing as a false 9, bro. I think Merino is a better finisher than Kai Havertz. I think Kai Havertz is good for the link-up play. Scoring is not his thing. He's good off the ball. On the ball, very poor. He can just link up the play. I know he's buffed up so much muscle. He better going down. He needs to sign for SmackDown, bro. Okay, we're going to sign for SmackDown. He's our highest paid player, to top it off. He's our highest paid player. I don't know any team that says a higher. I don't know what these people were thinking, giving Kai Havertz so much money, 280k per week. When Saka does not even top that. Saka, your star boy, the guy who carried the team since he was a youth. Saka has been carrying the team for years now. I'm just trying to get some updates, on Sesko. What's the deal? Maybe Sesko something's there now, but I think Sesko news will come tomorrow. I really see. But Sesko, Sesko things, the Sesko news, I just love watching, enjoying the story, because If we can make Havertz and make then surely Jokers will be unreal. We can only make Merino. Merino needs to come in as a false nine, bro. Merino in the midfield, no legs, bro. Games he plays well, Merino are usually the Champions League games. Premier League is very, very difficult for him because he always getting outrun because of the pace, because of the pace he's always getting outrun. So I think for him the good news will be if he plays in a false nine, because we have a lot of games this Carling Cups games, FA Cups games. But midfield, it's a no, bro. Let's see tomorrow's Villarreal game. And I'll do a watch along. I want to do more watch along for the team. If I'm not going to work this season, I want to do more watch alongs, because I think watch alongs will be good. We get to discuss what's going on. But tomorrow Villarreal at home, I think we will win. Man, I don't know what's your thoughts on tomorrow's game, but I think tomorrow's game, Arsenal will definitely nick it. I don't see us losing that game. I think at home and what happened with Tottenham, they'll be ready to prove something, they'll be ready because they know the fans are very, very angry with everything that happened. So I think that will be a good move tomorrow. Then Saturday, I think we have a game as well. Saturday we're playing, I'm forgetting Saturday. I'm forgetting what we're playing on Saturday. But Saturday we have a game as well. But tomorrow's game, 9 p.m. time here. I think if Eze is signed, he'd play like Odegaard, but on the left instead of the right. Maybe unlock Martinelli. Good point, bro. That is a very, very good point. This is the good point. We want someone who can unlock he needs help, bro. He really, really needs help, bro. Because the over-reliance on Saka is boring, It's boring. We've done this last season. This season, if we approach any team knowing again that we are going to rely on Saka, everyone is going to go to the right side, to the right with Saka. Yeah. Atletico Bilbao, I think, that's right. I think we are playing Atletico Bilbao. So we have some easy teams, bro. So I think we should win the games, and I'm just hoping Liverpool don't get Isak on the other hand. I'm just hoping Liverpool will not sign Isak. I'm just hoping that they'll just but they will sign him because Nunes is reported moving to El Hilal. El Hilal are already preparing the packages for him. So if Nunes goes, they were talking about for Nunes, they want 60 million. So if they pay 60 million for Nunes, that is more bread for Liverpool. So I think Liverpool would definitely come in and beat again. They would definitely beat again. It's definitely just a matter of time. They know they have the upper hand now. They've already turned Isak's head over, and Isak is not settled at the moment. So I think it's only a matter of time before they make the second beat, Eze is an attacking midfielder who drifts to the left. Odegaard is Okay, you coming in. You come. Eze is an attacking midfielder who drifts to the left. Odegaard is That is the thing, bro. That is the thing that bored me the Tottenham game. The Tottenham game, we were so predictable. We were playing like last season, bro. We're gonna look for Saka. We're gonna put on Saka. Look for Saka. Right side. Saka, Ben White, Saka, Ben White, midfield. Zubimendi, Saliba, back again. Zubimendi, Saliba, Saka, right side. Lack of ideas, bro. And Tottenham just said. Thomas Frank was like, no, I know Arsenal, bro. Go and sit behind the ball. Don't waste time. Go and sit behind the ball. And everyone was behind the ball, and we could not break the low blow. One thing Arteta has failed since he joined this club is to break a low blow. I don't know now with Victor Gyökeres coming in. It will be a different thing. Maybe now he'll have a different, because Gyökeres will be a different guy. He will definitely offer something different. And we create a lot of chances, bro. Arsenal is good in creating chances. So I think Victor Gyökeres will definitely pay 15-20. That Tottenham game put me off. Arsenal for 4 days, I feel sick, bro. I didn't want to check Arsenal. I was very, very infuriated, bro. If you go and check my match reaction, it's there, bro. I was shaking my head thinking, what the, That game it really gave me some idea. That game gave me some clues that our team, maybe it's not so much about our players. It's about the coach. That game. This is what it showed me in that game. If tomorrow they play that same style, you will see. It is all about the coach. This is the main thing I'm feeling about that game. The main thing I think is with the coach, and I think the coach, he likes to play like this. The coach, this is his coaching style. He is not bringing anything to the table. New season wise, he didn't offer anything. He went into predictable. We were slow cooking. We were taking their time. We are not the high intensity football that we saw in this 22-23 season. It's gone, bro. It's not there. I thought maybe we'll see something new, because preseason is all about trying something new. We didn't try anything new in that game. What did you say that was new? Maybe he's working on Jokeres only, but Jokeres he brought him in for 5-10 minutes. He didn't even do anything in that game. That game was boring, man. I don't know how Odika, to top it off, Kai Havertz played 77 minutes. 77 minutes. That game really worried me. It just brought the tremor. If you remember last season, we lost the title in February, bro. I think in February the title was gone. We already considered the title was gone. For me, I already seen in February that there's nothing's gonna happen. Every time Liverpool draw, we are drawing. Every time Liverpool lose, we are losing. We never at one point took advantage. But let's see. Last season we didn't have Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka will be our star boy. It will all fall on Bukayo Saka or Jokeres, bro. That will be the main people we are going to look forward to in this team. Bukayo Saka and Jokeres. The good thing now is that if Jokeres is there in the middle, they cannot always double up on Saka, because if they double up on Saka and Jokeres is left alone, that is a problem, because Jokeres alone, if you give Jokeres one defender, he'll make sure he gets past that defender. So that would be the good thing for us this season. I don't want us to keep playing to Saka, man. Let's go through the middle. Let's use the Martinelli side, But it seems like Arteta, he wants to stick to this same old predictable style. That is the thing. It's really frustrating. That game really pissed me off, bro. It pissed me off, and it's a derby. Most fans in that stadium, I'm sure, were Arsenal fans. I didn't see any Tottenham fans. They were a small bunch. I hope tomorrow's game is more open. The low block business is horrible to watch teams playing against at the end of the day. No, I don't think Villarreal is playing low block, man. Villarreal will not play low block. Villarreal, I don't think they are that type of team that will play low block. Villarreal will definitely be on it, But if you're gonna play this Everton, West Ham, you better prepare, bro. They're coming with the low blow. West Ham beat us home and away. West Ham, it's beating us home and away. These are the teams we need to look forward to next season. This West Ham always has our number. Which other team is always beating us? I think West Ham, and then Manchester. The first game is critical, bro. The first 6 games we have. Newcastle, we have Nottingham Forest, we have Manchester United, we have Man City, bro. Everyone has to be fit for those games, and Jokeres has to. I'm sure. I don't think Villarreal knows us like that. Yeah. No. Villarreal will not play low block. Villarreal don't play low block. They will not play the low block. This low block thing is for this Premier League teams, this bottom half teams. If you're playing a Villarreal, you're playing a Tottenham, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa. No, but at least this season we beat Aston Villa, this season at least we beat Aston Villa away, you remember? We beat them beginning of the last season, we lost Aston Villa, but Aston Villa game cost us. Our own coach, bro, he screwed us over. He was like, nah, that game cost us, bro. If you won that Aston Villa game, we would have won the title, man. Still pains me. It's still paining until this day, man. Aston Villa is another one. There's West Ham. Brentford can be tricky sometimes, but Brentford is okay. And then Newcastle. Let me think. Fulham. What else? These are the teams that There are more. These are the teams that really give us a hard time. It's always especially for West Ham, bro. No matter how teams like West Ham, we should never let them score first. That is the thing. If you are letting team like West Ham score first, they are definitely going to put on a low block. And for us now, we were letting West Ham score first, and every time they score first, you know what's happening, bro. Low block settings. They will die for their life there. So it's going to be interesting to see, man. I want to see, and the thing is, we have made a lot of changes, so our team will also need time because our midfield is a new one, and we have a totally different striker. They will need time to gel. They will need some chemistry as well. It's gonna be a hilarious next season when Issa gets injured for like 2 months. I mentioned the same thing in my previous live stream. I told people that Isak sometimes getting injured. If you saw it now, because I know Isak because Isak is in my FPO, so I know about this because Isak is always in my FPO. So Isak is always getting injured. That is the other thing, bro. He will get his time that he will get injured, and then he will come back, and then he will get injured. His injury problem is a bit high, but bro, if he joins Liverpool, bro, let's just give them the title. We need to give them the title. If he joins Liverpool, might as well just hand over the title. Tell them, take it away, we are done. Because I don't think we will stand a chance if they have Isak with them, bro. Isak is a totally different beast. He's gonna guarantee them 20 goals. Salah, need I say more? If you hear the name Salah, then you know the vibes, bro. This is more 20-25 goals coming. So it's still a tricky one, it's a tricky one. I think tomorrow's game will give us an idea on what's really to look forward to the team. I think tomorrow's game will be the main thing to give us an idea on what's to look forward. I think that's the main thing, tomorrow's game. I don't think Villarreal will beat us, but I want to see Joker starting. I want to see Joker start. I want the first team to start like our normal first team. Joker, Declan Rice, Zubamendi. If Isak joins Liverpool, I promise. If Isak joins Liverpool, I promise I couldn't care less about the Premier League for the next 2 seasons at least. Bro, your feeling is as good as mine, bro. If Isak joins Liverpool, we might as well hang the boots, bro. Forget all this live streaming. Forget all this talk about Arsenal. Forget it, bro. Tottenham, Liverpool will just run away with it, bro. They'll just run away with it for the next 3-4 years. It will be Liverpool, bro. I don't think we will have the minerals to compete, bro, because it will be scary hours. It's already scary hours as it is right now. Thinking the idea that Isak wants to sign, bro, the idea alone, it's really scary. Then you imagine once he signs and then he's like, I'm there. It's done, bro. It's totally done. I hope the deal does not go through, and Newcastle will just play hard. We just play hardball and talk about, no, we're not giving you. You still owe us 3 years. I really hope it goes like that. This is what I'm I'm being shameless about it, because for us, if we need to stand a chance of winning anything, this guy need to be not there. Because already Liverpool, with the recruitments they have made, Frimpong, Carex, they're already cooking. You add on top of that this guy. Nah, bro, it's not good, bro. If he doesn't go to Liverpool, then where does he go? Newcastle need to keep him, bro. But I don't think he's staying in Newcastle. I don't think he's gonna stay in Newcastle. If Newcastle are trying to sign Sesko, it means something is there. Newcastle, I think they're just trying to see. Then only they can move on selling it. I think that is the main thing. They are not going to sell anything until they are sure that they have their striker. And if the deal does not go through, then you're looking at something else. We are looking at something else. We are totally looking at something else. Maybe they'll keep on holding, or they'll go for Wisa. Maybe they'll try and sign Wisa. Wisa is also available. He has forced his way out also of Brentford. He's forced his way out. I don't know what's happening with strikers now. Apparently, there's one team in Saudi. That is what I'm saying, man. How Hilal wants to sign. It wants to sign Nunes. They're already negotiating the personal terms and everything, and the deal is going well. And Liverpool asking for 70 million, bro. This Saudis 70 million is nothing for them. So if they get more money, bro, it's a long story. This is the thing, when we had chance to win the Premier League, we didn't maximize. Now we're trying to maximize, and teams are waking up. Everyone is strengthened. Chelsea strengthening, Liverpool strengthening. Now we're trying to run it back. It will be difficult, bro. We were supposed to win at least one time in this last 3 years. Now we're trying to pull it now. Now it's going to be a difficult thing. You see how this team, the madness that is going on with the transfers now. We were supposed to make our mark the time when we were on fire, man. And we Arteta bought out the league. He refused to sign a striker. He brought in Kai Havertz for what? This is the thing now, We were supposed to win at least one title that time. If we had won one title that time, we'll be fine. If Isak is joining, we might as well just we might just go home and sleep, bro. No need to discuss anything, No need. Don't be paying, bro. And this guy, he's always scoring against us now, He likes the Gunners. Every time he's playing against us now, oh my God. He's always ready for us now. You're like, yeah, I got you, He's always scoring, man. So it's a sad sight to see, man. But I want to see Manchester United this season, bro. I don't know what you think, Ethernet, about Manchester United. I think they have made some good signings. Mbemo is definitely cooking, bro. Go and check the highlights. Mbemo is cooking. Bro. The link up between Cunha and Ahmad has been so nice, So, Manchester United even have recruited now, You're going to play them the first game. It's going to be a difficult game, bro. You know them, right? Bro, I said last year that if we don't win the league last season, we won't win the league. That is the thing, bro. We were supposed to maximize, We were supposed to maximize, We didn't maximize our chances. We did not maximize when we had the chance, man. Now see Liverpool what they are doing now. All of a sudden they have money. Like they were doing with cryptocurrency or something. Now they have money. They're talking about they want to spend 400 million. And we don't have that money. We're almost close to $1 billion now. Arsenal will spend almost $1 billion. We will be the next $1 billion bottlers. That's what they'll start talking about. Because now I think we're around 980 million or something spent by Arteta. Man United is dry bright. They'll finish 6th maximum. But yeah. I think 6th is a fair idea for them. But for me, you know what? I'm putting them maybe around 8 or 9. Maybe number 8, number 9, Conference League situation. I don't think that they'll go to number 6. I think 6 will be difficult, bro. Because teams like Nottingham Forest, they'll be cooking, bro. There will be a lot of mid teams that are cooking. I think beginning of the season, they will flow. But as the season goes on, already. New players can come and save, but they can go as much as they can go. Plus, let's not forget that Manchester United is a graveyard site. Careers, they never flourish. I'm still waiting to see some careers flourish in Manchester United. Most players going there, their careers are getting 6 feet deep on the ground. Most careers we've seen. So I don't think they'll. But I'll give them number 8, bro. They'll get a Conference League. Conference League, win a Conference League, and then they can start talking again. We won a league, Big up Joshua. I joined late, but do you think we should go for Sesko or stick with Rasmus? Big up Joshua, man. Make sure you smash the like and you subscribe. We'll be doing daily show every day. Make sure you smash the likes and you subscribe. Bro, for Sesko, I think you guys need to you don't need to sign either of them, bro. I think Manchester United should sign Ollie Watkins. I think Ollie Watkins is a guaranteed 15 goals for the season. I don't think Sesko can bang 15 goals. I don't think so. I think you guys should sign Ollie Watkins. But now it seems like you guys are going for Sesko, and Sesko is even interested in signing in joining Manchester United. That is the news that is coming out. It's yet to be confirmed, but If you get Sesko, Sesko is not gonna. I think Sesko is right now. I don't think Sesko will have so much pressure because Sesko basically he will have Cunha, and then you have Mbemo, and then you have Bruno, and you have Ahmad. So there are now you have a lot of options. It's not like before where you were looking only to Rasmus Højlund. But Sesko has potential, bro. He has potential. He has a high ceiling, but I think the price tag is hefty. 90 million for potential for a 22-year-old who was banged only 13 goals this season. Last season, the previous season, and it's a Bundesliga. Premier League, the physicality is a whole different ball game. So for me, I think Sesko is better than Højlund, though. Sesko is better. Because Højlund is a backup dance. All you do is keep backing up. That is what Højlund is always. So I think Sesko is better, bro. I think Sesko is better than Højlund. Because Højlund, he has been sticking out the place. I don't think Højlund does the job, I think Sesko will do a better job, but 90 million is too much, bro. 90 million is too much for potential. 90 million is too much. But I understand it's a bidding war now. So if it's a bidding war, winner takes all. RB lips back, they'll be licking their lips now. Whoever's going to come in with more money, they're going to bid. So what is going to happen? Sesko is going to say, I want Manchester United. And then the club will like, hold up. Manchester United, they're paying 85. Newcastle are paying 90. So Manchester United need to up the money. Because at the end of the day, the club president needs to make money. This is an opportunity for them to make more money, to be a bidding war at the end of the day. So I seriously think Manchester United getting Sesko is better than Rasmus Højlund. But the good move was Oli Watkins, because Oli Watkins you're paying like 60 million and it's guaranteed a lot of goals, bro. Sesko, who knows? It's a gamble with Sesko, whether he'll Premier League is a whole different ballgame. And Manchester United, you guys, the social media is crazy. The critics are very, very crazy. They'll scrutinize everything. How you tie your shoelaces, what happened in the locker room, who you tweeted on Facebook, what you said, how you slept on the bed. So Manchester United is I don't like people going to Manchester United. Ethel next says the thing is that a lot of things are getting weak. A lot of teams are getting weak. Think of Newcastle, they won't be as good next season. Wissam Bemo leaving Brentford, Cunha leaving Wolves. 13 goals in the Bundesliga as the main man for your team, and they're asking 90 million, bro. 90 million. Yeah, that is what I'm saying, bro. That 90 million is too much. 90 million is too much for a guy like this. But it's business at the end of the day. It's totally business, bro. It's totally business. What do you think? RB Lisbeck have seen an opportunity. Arsenal came in knocking, so they know that their player has been wanted by all Premier League teams. Arsenal came in knocking, now Liverpool, now Newcastle, so they know it's an opportunity. So any opportunity, they need to make the bag. They will need to make the bag. Whether he performs or not, that's up to them. But for him, he has a lot of potential, bro. But potential, it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing, We don't know if it's gonna work or not. So that's the other thing with Sesko. But let's see how it goes. 13 goals in the Bundesliga. 13 goals in the Bundesliga. That's like 6 or 7 goals in the Premier League. Yeah, bro. That's like 6 or 7. That's definitely, bro. That's like 6 or 7 goals. And you cannot score 6 goals and the club is paid 90 million for you, and you're telling us that you're gonna score 6 goals for the Premier League for a team that is paid 90 million. It will be a whole different story, because I don't think the Manchester United fans will take it that we pay 90 million for you and you've scored 7 goals. No, that's the thing. They will understand maybe if he bangs in on joining, if he bangs like 15 or 12 goals in his first season, then it's okay. 15 is okay. Because I don't think Højlund is banging even 15 goals. I don't think so. Even Fabio Romano saying Benjamin Sesko is keen on joining Manchester United. But yesterday, reports from Slovenia, his country, were talking about we're talking about he is favoring Newcastle, but I guess the news keeps changing. You know, the social media thing. I saw something about. Let me check. I saw something. Anyway, people, I think we will see tomorrow, man. Anyway, tomorrow I'm back again. I will do the watch along for the Villarreal game, and let's see if Arsenal can get a win, and let's see, man, at the net, if we can play something different, if we're going to play a different style. From me, I don't think Arsenal will play a different style. I think we'll definitely be playing the same thing, going over to the right, with Saka. I don't think we'll have any balls coming from the middle. I think maybe if Ezra joins, then we can start to see something like that happen. But for now, I don't think we have any balls coming from the middle. I think Arsenal will definitely be playing for the same style. But I want to see Joe Chris starting. I want to see Noga. The whole team needs to start. The whole new players, basically. Even Moscara needs to start, bro. He needs to start. When I saw him play, he looks like he has that party physique, you know. His structure is more like party. I think he's good, you know. He's a bit quick, you know. So I think he needs time as well. So I think the new players need to join in and play. But for me, I think tomorrow, guys, tune in and thank you for joining. Hopefully you've subscribed, you know, and you've hit that notification bell. Tomorrow we'll be back again to do more, to discuss tomorrow we have a watch along. Hopefully Arsenal gets a win and we are not shouting, you know. We will not be shouting tomorrow. But guys, thank you for tuning in for this 1 hour. Make sure you smash the like and you subscribe, you know. Love for the love. I'm about tuning out right now, but thank you for tuning in. Hopefully tomorrow we do it again, you know. Hopefully tomorrow we get it in and we get more news on Benjamin Sesko, you know. I really hope Benjamin Sesko joins Newcastle, because the L's Newcastle are taking is too much. So if he joins Newcastle, then maybe Newcastle can be happy about one signing, because they only have Elanga, right? So I think if they get this guy, then that will be a good signing for them. But guys, thank you for tuning in, you know. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see what happens with Benjamin Sesko, you know. I'm just waiting to see what happens with Benjamin Sesko. If he ditches Manchester United, definitely, you know, we're going to be laughing at Manchester United. If he ditches Manchester United, definitely we're going to be laughing at Manchester United, because we have seen those tweets, we have seen those video compilation. They are talking about his Europe's future. So it will be a good thing to see. But people, thank you for tuning in, you know. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the support. I'm out.